I didn't even know who he was sometimes. I mean, I saw him every day, but I still didn't know who he was. This man who insisted on lying beside himself, heavy with his body surrendered to gravity. I didn't even know who he was. But I stood over him. In stillness that had no plans of wearing off, I stood over him, unable to shake my hesitancy as I watched him struggle to get up. And as I stood by as the man who couldn't move, and would you believe that someone so strong couldn't move? And would you believe that someone so strong couldn't fight? And would you believe that someone so strong couldn't shake this paralysis, this stagnation of being crushed under a past life and recollections of pain that refused to exhale encouragement, a voice that had a tendency to tremble when it spoke too loudly, and a pitch that wasn't yet accustomed to speaking in the vein of emancipation from places that held me prisoner. Regurgitating and throwing up white flags as if I had been eating hardship my entire life because they didn't sell prescriptions for unresolved hurt. And resolution wasn't just something you could buy over the counter. Sometimes the only cure is confronting yourself. So you've got to get up. Get up. Get up now, because the floor has nothing for you, and becoming friends with the dissent is not in your best interest, because resolution only comes from confrontation. Resolution only comes from confrontation. Resolution only comes from confrontation, and it's not on the basis of coming face to face with the person who imposed what happened to you, and it's not in a standoff with someone who was also previously consumed by dark matters, because this wasn't me facing him, the boogeyman, the monster under my bed, the bad guy. This was me facing myself, because I wasn't required to stay there and live in this imposed hell, because although there was heat in the kitchen full of unwanted advances that attempted to take precedence over a 7-year-old boy's life, this 25-year-old man can still rise like the sun we sometimes fail to appreciate when it wakes us up in the morning. Rise because pain is just a part of a perfecting process. Rise because there are occasions much more suitable and much more beneficial to the development of our personhood. Rise to get up after being thrown down or falling. Rise to equate oneself or to demand as equal as in to rise to the occasion. Rise, an upward movement or an instance of becoming higher, because to every downfall there is an uprising. 18 years later, and that statement still weighs more than the man that lied on the floor after jumping to the conclusion that life never had the possibilities behind these actions. To every downfall there is an uprising, and it means so much more than revisiting favorable emotions to confirm anguish not suitable for your growth, because forgiveness doesn't grow on trees. The trees that don't ask the wind to apologize for repositioning them, it grows from the roots. The roots that are thirsty and hungry for peace, forgiveness for something that I owed myself. And today I say, Nick, I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you for adopting a circumstance and letting it almost take your life. I forgive you for barring yourself from the happiness you damn well deserve. You've got to get up. Get up now. Get up, because life hasn't passed you by. And it's not requesting that you play catch up. Get up. Rise. Rise. An upward movement or an instance of becoming higher, because to every downfall there is an uprising. Rise. To every downfall there is an uprising. Rise, an upward movement or an instance of becoming